Hey everyone, it's Alen Plays, and today I am going to be playing one of my favorite games ever, Dragon Age Inquisition, y'all. I'm gonna start over on a new save because where I am currently, I mean, I could start on one of my characters that I've already gone through. Or like that I've gone through like the first, like enough of the first stuff that like I'm kind of into the story. And I'm really tempted to do that and just start at like, where, again, you go to, back to Dragon Age 2 and kind of a little bit of Dragon Age 1 or Dragon Age Origins, Mages and Templars. And, so I could start there. But, I kind of do want to, build a character, start new, start fresh, but it's going to be a long Lem plays if I do that. So, I mean, if you guys, I'll do this quick video, or not this quick video, but this first video, and we'll just start where I've left off most recently, with my male rogue level 7 elf Gehan. Gehan. It sounds like Gehan, which you could be like Gehan Solo, but he's not gonna be gay. He's gonna romance Cassandra, eventually, at some point. But yeah, so we're gonna start here. Now I made him look really funny, because I thought it would look really funny as an elf. So, not like weird funny, but just kind of strange for an elf. But I believe last where I left off is nowhere too bad. But today is Saturday. I just got off work a couple hours ago, so I'm gonna be a little bit out of it today. But I'm really, really excited to share this with you, you guys. I fucking love this game. And although I'm playing it on a last-gen 360 console, and Cullen and Josephine are ready to report in. I really think that it's got its flaws, it's got its issues, but like any game does. But it's I'm really happy with it. Like I don't, like I'm just really happy with it. And this is my outfit. I have Iron Bull, as you can see in the background. I have Solus, and I have Varric with me. So I've got the boys club. I actually do have Black Wall as well. Yeah, here I am. Here's my elfish thing. Oh, one thing I do have an issue with is this tailcoat. Look at how that ass, like, the ass cape hangs out, like, a little bit further, and you can tell my butt is nowhere near there. But yeah, this is actually a, custom-made, fuck off, Inspector Requisition Man, woman, thing. This is actually a custom-made, armor. Like, I used cloths and stuff that I've found previously. Oh shit. I forgot X does stuff. I'm so used to playing Bioshock Infinite that X does stuff there. But yeah. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Seek out and eliminate the Carter leader in Valamore. I am gonna do this mission. Because it doesn't take long. And also because, I need to get more power, which is basically like, I don't know, it's basically like the more power the Inquisition has, the more influential it is, and so basically you can do quests because of your influence, if that makes sense. Like the big story quests, the side quests and stuff that you do, like in companion quests and stuff, will lead to, more shit as well. But I'm gonna turn this up a little bit because I have the sound kind of down. But I mean, because I'm gonna be talking hopefully for some of this. Okay. God damn it. What the fuck is that? I want to kill it. Kill it! Destroy it! Lord Woolsey. What? I missed. And I switched. Yeah! What, did I not hit him? Really? I'm gonna kill you. Death! Oh shit! Alright. So, this guy is actually a part of a quest that you can get in, Redcliffe, but I haven't gone to Redcliffe yet. And I forgot about this, so I just murdered a quest, but that's fine. I frankly thought the quest was a little weird, a little strange, when I did it in playthrough 1, I believe. So, you know, anyway, there's blood everywhere. In typical Dragon Age fashion, everybody's covered in blood. Except for, as of Dragon Age 2, yeah, as of Dragon Age 2, I think, the faces and skin are the only things that do not get covered in blood. So yeah. They're dwarves! And right now, I'm level 7, so I don't have a lot of shit. But I do have some of the... I don't know if it's DLC or whatever that came out for Inquisition, but there is some stuff that I have that's like this dagger that's on fire. Thanks, Barry. The little dragon-looking thing on my right shoulder, that is a custom, or like a self-made dagger as well, but it's the dragon dagger. We'll just look. It's the dagger of the dragon, yeah. And there was some stuff that came out in, I don't remember if it was a DLC thing or whatever, earlier this year or in December of last year, that it was like you armor of the dragon and then the like various weapons of the dragon, and then the schematics to make them, and then like I think after you reached a certain level, you got the heavy and the like the tougher weapons and stuff. But yeah. Wait, what is this? Oh yeah, the stunning scout armor is what I'm wearing right now. But yeah, so that's just, I guess I'm just telling you that because it's not something that you can find in the world. It's something that you get because of BioWare giving, like doing a patch or something. But yeah, so I'm gonna do this mission real quick, and hopefully this won't take as long as the loading screens are. Like that's the one thing that bothers me the most, I think, is the loading screen, and the loading is pretty long. But there's some really interesting stuff here. Sometimes the loading screens do go fast, so you don't get to read them. But, you know, you get to a little bit more in depth about some of the stuff that you come across, and you can find, you know, letters and stuff that, you know, will pop up and you can read. After I do this, then I'm gonna go do the story mission, depending on how long this takes. I mean, I just started this recording like 10 minutes ago, so... But I was just sticking around and doing an introduction thing for a while there. But, actually, I started recording, Len Play for another video, that I wanted to do, and I was gonna do that in advance, because next week, I'm going to be out of town on Saturday, and so will not be, like, near any of my equipment, so I was gonna record this thing and put it out on, like, have it set up to go out on Saturday, and, but then I had some issues with it, and I was like, I'm just gonna record the thing for today. So what was it for was what I said. My guy, I think the voice, there are like two voices. There's like the big deep bass voice for Guy, and then there's like a kind of not quite as deep accented voice. And then there's a lower voice for a girl. And as you can see that dwarf pop into screen there, he kind of was moonwalking. And then there's the higher pitched accent and voice as well for the girls. This is a really crappy camera angle, but the Reapers, every now and then you'll hear that noise, depending on what you're doing. And it's basically just the Reaper noise from Mass Effect 2 and 3. The blah, which is pretty great. But that's Fireware for you. Fireware and all of its wonderfulness. Like, I'm not saying that in like a bad way. That's Fireware for you. I love Fireware. It's probably the company I'm most loyal to, other than like Nintendo. Excuse me, other than Nintendo. I have like the hiccups. I somehow missed him, but that's okay. But yeah, so Nintendo and Bioware are my companies. I just got stabbed by another assassin. Oh, just swinging wildly. Oh, glitching in. See, there's some things, like, you know, enemies will just glitch into stuff. There'll be stuff where, like, characters' faces won't load all the way. Like, right now, they look like they're pretty loaded in. Like, you can see my face pretty well, but in cutscenes and stuff, it won't. It'll be, like, fuzzy, and features will be very, undetermined. Solus will very often, like, come into... Yeah, like, fucking Barrack finds his way onto shit. Solus will find his way into cutscenes that he's not in. As in, like, you're standing there talking to somebody, it's not a full cutscene. But then Solus, and the party just kind of moves around you, and Solus will just like, appear, and you're like, alright, Solus, you just need to get out of here. So we're gonna go in here. What's this? Read. Card a note on security. We should be secure enough from outsiders. I'm more concerned about attracting Darkspawn from the lower levels. We don't have the manpower to push them farther in. Keep the product on the upper levels and barricade the bridge. Alright, so there's gonna be some Darkspawn. I'm kind of glad that this game did not center just entirely on Darkspawn, because the first two sort of did. Well, I guess Dragon Age 2 less so, but, oh yeah, and it does that fade out thing, when your characters are too far away, when you switch over to them. I just hit down on the D-pad and I was Solus. Let's be fucking Iron Bull. Ba-dum-ba-da! Do it! Boosh! No, okay, there we go. I, like, sometimes forget, like, if I'm playing this game for a really long time, what the order of, like, my companions are, so I'll cycle through to be a companion, and then it's like, wait a minute. How do I get back to me? Is it easier to go, like, up one, you know, or down one? That was a recipe for a pitch grenade. I think that's it in here. Yeah, so we're on our way out. Do you like the little happy face I got going on my cape? It's like a little, cat face, actually. Like the little eyes there on my shoulder blades, and then the little the mouth there on the center of my back. That's kind of cool. So my goal is to not get any more blood on me, so that way it's just that little smiley face. Yeah, so I was working earlier today. I had a long day at work, 6 a.m. to 3:15, and the guy who was supposed to come in at 3, kind of like as I was leaving, you know, who was supposed to come in and work at 3 was an hour late, thinking he had to be in at 4. So I stayed until he got there, and then I stayed until the other guy got there just to be sure, because there was a guy who did come in at 4, because they were both working the night shift, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody was there, that sort of thing, because my manager wasn't there, and And I also was basically there when the 4 o'clock guy showed up, so it didn't matter to me so much.
We may be too close to the surface for these encounters, Negro. But have I mentioned I hate the Negro?
Not in this game, Varric. Not in this game. I really like Varric. To me, in the, like, he's the Garrus to me in my, of the Dragon Age series. Like, Garrus was always the guy that I took, in Mass Effect, like, on parties, and Varric is usually the guy that I always take on parties with me since, Dragon Age 2. But, like, now that I'm a rogue, I don't need him as much, but I'll bring him, for, like, oh right, I wasted my, stealth or whatever. But I'll bring him, like, so he has, like, distance. So there's 2 distance and 2, like, close-up warriors. That's from that standpoint. But, yeah, so there's our first Herlock. He's, wow, that was a pose. I do like this game in their ragdolls. The ragdolls are really amusing. What's up? So, yeah. So I'm pretty excited to eventually, record the other video for you next week. I'll probably do a Let's podcast as well, but I'm thinking of just making podcasts like this. Because I don't get as many asks as I did previously, and I wanted to make those a bigger feature in my podcasts, and so am I going the right way? I haven't played this game in so long that it's like I don't even know. No, I'm going the wrong way. Damn it. Whoops. But yeah, so it's kind of hard to say what'll happen. Oh, the face has gotten significantly creepier now. And the Herlock respawned. Hooray! Die, you fuck. I'm just gonna keep, stabbing him with my little needles. But yeah, so I don't know, I might just keep doing one plays and then have those make a podcast, and like, if and when I get asks again, like, I can just answer them while I'm, like, recording or whatever. Because frankly, I like playing video games, and, even though I do like talking about video games, I'd rather be playing them. From that standpoint, oh, I can just walk in here. Hey, what's up, guys? So, I have yet to play as a dwarf, and so I was thinking of having a dwarf be, the, Len play character, but I guess it'll depend on if you guys would like to see me play more of this game. Frankly, I actually think this is one of the games that I'm pretty good at, because I know the lore pretty well. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. I have a bad habit of that. After I played a game, I pick up stuff that I've read before, I just get rid of it. Report on activity in the hinterlands. The soldiers call themselves the Inquisition. They've been helping the refugees near Redcliffe, poking around a fair bit too, though they haven't come near here. They have someone with a trick for closing those rifts. Claim he's some sort of prophet. Zealous nug shit, if you ask me. Must be one fast-talking elf to get a bunch of humans to fall for that. Not sure what he's after, but if those mercenaries do their job, we won't have a problem. Still keep an eye out. Thank you for pointing that out. I think I just leveled up. That was what all that flashy stuff on the left side there was. Orders for lake operations. Check on operations at the lake. Make sure they're doing their jobs down there. Don't let them give you shit about the wildlife. I don't care. Take Liska with you. Give her something to do. She's been on edge, complaining about humming or some nonsense. If she can't handle the job, deal with it. So... Na 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 na. This is a really long thing. That's more of like a codex thing. There are some stuff that's like important to important to the like missions, like that stuff about operations and stuff, so you can kind of learn more about why the Carta was here and stuff like that. But then there's other stuff that you can pick pick up that's about general lore of Ferelden and all that good stuff. Ferelden and Relay since Dragon Age 2 and kind of even before then. And then there's also like fun stuff that you can pick up. Like you can pick up chapters of Barrett's book, Hard in Hightown. So I don't think I found them all. And then you can pick up mosaic pieces that can later be hung in a very special place. Which I'm sure pretty much anybody who might watch this video has probably heard of. But, I mean, if you guys would like to see me do a whole playthrough of this, then I will refrain from saying such things as spoilers, I guess, for the future. What the fuck? One of my friends was telling me that, so after, like, Len Plays Slender the Arrival came out, I was like, so what did you think of the video? And, they were like, I love to hear you scream. And I was like, alright. Never doing a horror game again. I mean, unless you guys want me to, I will do it. Depending on what time of day it is and that sort of thing, and if I have the game. So right now I'm just wandering around. I do a lot of looting. Oh, fuck. This is actually a part of another mission that, I don't know if I've unlocked the ability to go do yet, but it's like seal off the, like the Hurlock holes, or the Darkspawn holes, like so Darkspawn are getting in, and you have to go to like a couple places around Ferelden, and close off the holes. And it's basically just take a mage with you, or if you are a mage, you can do it yourself. And it's that little prompt in the bottom right-hand corner that says energize with a little mage staff above it thing. So, basically you just beat the shit out of this guy and he'll die eventually. I'm low on health. But, let's go switch over to Soul. The Soul Train, baby! Like the Coal Train. From Gears of War 2, which Gears of War Judgment is one of the free games for April. I thought about downloading it, but I was like, I don't know if I want to do that to myself. I'm not 100% positive. And I mean that, like, I don't like getting games that, like, I'm apprehensive about playing. Like, I was apprehensive about playing Bioshock Infinite, but I was like, I've heard mixed reviews, I'm just gonna sit down and try and play it. And I did like it, and there's, for those of you who have not played it and, would like to, and just haven't gotten around to doing it, there's, did I miss the thing? Did I get the other thing? I don't remember. But there's a, fucked up ending, just put it that way, that I was like, what the hell just happened? And I kind of feel like I need to play the whole game again, but I'm working on the DLC now. And I think it's weird that the DLC is kind of like, you can play it by yourself, like by itself, but they make a lot of references to like the OG game. That it's like, I'm glad I played this after, like, I'm glad I'm playing the DLC, like, after I've beaten the game already, you know, from that standpoint. And I'm really annoyed, because I just bought the Season Pass, so, like, I dealt with that. But now the Season Pass is on sale in the store, and I'm like, god damn it. Of course this would happen, like, after I'm, you know... Oh. And, I'm gonna use Regeneration Potion. With that... There we go, thank you. Shields! Unfortunately, we don't have, like, shields and stuff, or we don't have heal anymore as a, mage skill in this game. We have barrier, which is the closest you're gonna get to any sort of, like, health-wise. It's basically a shield that slowly diminishes, as time goes on, and there's an area of effect. and so it only affects allies. But I might die. Live! Wow. I barely lived. We're gonna loot. Loot all the things. Money, money, money. There's someone else. There's a bad guy somewhere. Oh. He's stuck over here, hanging out in the pots. Oh, I just jumped instead of attacking him. I just, like, after playing this, I had played Dragon Age 2 when I first started playing Dragon Age Inquisition, so I played Dragon Age 2, like, recently. And Dragon Age 2, the attack button is A. Like, you mash A, like, tons and tons of times. And, so, like, for the first, like, little bit of playing the game, I was just mashing A to attack things, like, on accident, even though I knew that RT, right trigger, was how you attacked things. I just had, like, all sorts of issues. Speaking of RT, Rooster Teeth had its 12th year anniversary. Happy birthday to you, Rooster Teeth. Very exciting. I've been a fan for, like, 8 years now, I think. That's, like, really weird to think about, that I'm that old. But, you know, I'm not that old, but I'm old enough that it's, like, you know, to look back and reflect on stuff. Oh, everyone's leveled up, so now, I usually try and wait for everyone else to catch up with me. I don't know why, and I don't know if it's just a weird thing that I do, that I just do, but I hope somebody else does it, because it makes me feel strange, that, like, I'm the only one who, not into any of this stuff. Ah, there we go. I was gonna say, I think there was something somewhere, but I can't see it. Yeah, I'm not, oh, right, I need to level up everyone else. I'm so selfish sometimes about leveling up. I'll just be like, everyone has a level up, and I'm just gonna level up and myself, and, not do anybody else's. There's Varric, Iron Bull. Let's upgrade your Mighty Blow. And Solas. He upgraded his barrier already. Let's upgrade his Chain Lightning. Yeah. Alright. I think I have a special thing for an Arlesian Mage Hat. Can you wear it, Solus? No, you can't. Damn it! But I think I have some accessories for you to wear. Nope. I do not. And I usually, like, I have a really bad habit of this, but, like, any, like, spare stuff I just throw on people. And as I get better things, I'll, like, re-equip them, like, with better things, but it's still, like, I just have that really bad habit of just, like, throwing shit on them. And hoping that it'll work. I like how this is, oh, I can't use it yet. That's Bull's Edge. I was gonna be like, I like how this is a sword. It's a giant axe, but, yeah, no. Is that... Can I actually use that? No, I can't use it yet. I'm not a high enough level. Alright. Back. Aww. Going into the inventory wiped away my... Or probably leveling up, more likely. Wiped away my, bloody happy face. Happy kitty face. I don't know how you want to say it. That I had on the back there. We're gonna turn this knob. And we're gonna get out of from our... We're gonna get out of here. And we're gonna go... trade out Varric for another warrior. Because I want to. Because usually, like I said, I don't use Varric that much. I brought him with me for this mission. Because I think I don't know. I just think he does better in this mission. I don't know. I just like I switch him out because I'm a rogue. I switch him out constantly more than I usually would. Like I said already, because rogues, need to unlock shit. And so because I am a rogue, I don't necessarily need another rogue in the party. Yeah, see, you can pick up Hard in Hightown, and it'll show up sometimes in the loading screens. But yeah, I'm really excited to be playing this for you guys because it's one of my favorites. I think I have this habit of every game that you can like kind of customize and create your own character. I always name it Len, because like it's like, oh, I get to go through and I get to do it. It's me in like this game world. And the Len that I did for this game is a mage, and I was like, yeah, I'm actually pretty sure I would not be a mage. I'd probably just be a normal human. Like I wouldn't be in a perfect world if I was like capable of doing it. I'd probably be like a warrior, like a great sword wielder kind of thing, because that's what I usually use in games like this. That's the usual character that I go for. But after Dragon Age 2, I really liked the mage and how it played. So that's why I picked mage for the first playthrough of this game. But it's really cool because there's all this like controversial stuff as being a different race or being a mage of a different race as well. That kind of comes into play, and like later on it becomes a pain in the ass because people are always like, oh, you're an elf. Like, oh. Like, we've heard stuff about you. We didn't believe you were really an elf, but you're an elf. Oh, okay. I don't want to see you anymore. Like, we're not going to do this anymore. I'm going to call my mount so you guys can see. This is another one of the DLCs. The hearts are actually new to the game itself. There are horses, there are hearts, there are exotic mounts, there are Dracolisks, which are pretty cool things. I don't have any unlocked on this file yet. But this is a heart. It's basically just a giant deer. It kind of reminds me of that guy in the Hobbit movies, the elf guy who rides the white, silver, whatever you want to call it, deer guy. That guy. Can't remember his name. I've seen all the movies, and I'm a really big fan, but it's like I just can't think of the name right now. But so yeah, so this is the Red Heart. He was with the all that like Inquisition dragon armor stuff. And you can unlock him by you have to do a mission in at the war room, which I'm actually gonna go to because we're gonna go to quest map, and we're like there's all sorts of like side missions and shit I haven't done yet. Here in good old Haven. See if maybe I can flirt with Cassandra a little bit more. I constantly go back and I never have any more like dialogue and stuff, and so sometimes it'll just randomly happen and I'll randomly have more dialogue for people, or it'll be like caused by specific events in the story. So it's just a matter of it's a good idea to go back every now and then to the hub, or basically to home base, and go and talk to your companions, because sometimes there'll be a cutscene and sometimes there'll be more stuff to talk to them about. And unfortunately, sometimes if you've answered like all the side questions and stuff like that, you'll lose the option to ask like questions again and stuff. But I think both of my like the warden and the champion for this playthrough are both women. The warden is an elf, and the champion was I think a warrior who romanced Isabella, and the warden romanced Liliana. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens with that later. But yeah, so these are the stables, and I'm going to show you this real quick. Cough. But Draculists, I don't have any yet, but they're kind of lizard-looking things. Hearts are the big deer things. I don't have any of those. I have one exotic mount, which is a bog unicorn, and he has it's a like really dead horse with like a sword all the way through its face, like that. See, so it's kind of, it looks a little weird with that red hair. There's what that looks like. And there are the horses as well. And then this is the DLC horse, which is just armored, and it won't be likely to get, like, it's less likely that you'll get kicked from it if you get, like, in the fight and stuff. But I use the red heart the most because I think the hearts are really pretty and majestic looking. And not that horses aren't, I just don't use the horses, because it's like, horses are in, like, every other game for this sort of thing. It's really cool to ride, like, a giant deer, right? But Blackwall is over here somewhere. Maybe he's in the house? Oh, there's Blackwall. Here's Blackwall. I have him. This is proof. This is where you can build shit for your armor. There's Krem and there's Iron Bull. Tell me about Kunari. I want to know more about you, Heartsies. Yeah, you can romance Iron Bull as any gender and as any race. So just telling you. What does Kunari mean?
The humans and elves follow the true of the Dafari. The Kunari will break away from the true of Talbashar. What about Kunari who existed before the true? The people who came from they're called the Cossacks, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to say this because the Cossacks were, I don't know, we're actually story functioning, but I don't expect they will touch myself. Whatever they are. See you later, boy.
I kind of like once that there's a definite change in conversation and stuff, and the tone that people approach you with as you get through the game, and you become either more friends or more enemies with people. I don't think I've become an enemy with anyone. Like, sure, they've been disappointed with me and stuff, but I don't think I've become, like, an enemy with them in the sense that they address me as, like, they hate me. We're gonna go check out, I had a really hard time not romancing Josephine for this playthrough, because I was like, I need to romance Cassandra, it needs to happen. And, because I've romanced, Josephine and the two other, like, characters that I have, and so I'm like, I just need to stop. And I think the only reason I romance Josephine is because she's like, I like her romance. It's very sweet and it's very nerdy. Like how naive in love she is, allegedly. But I'm gonna go. Okay. Okay. I'm just picking up my quests, so none of them are necessarily, like, got some cash. None of them are necessarily, like, key to, stuff that makes sense. They can be done, just kind of casually, and they don't necessarily have to be, done by the same people unless it's the only option. I still have to do like some side stuff. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I won't lose the opportunity to do this mission, rescue soldiers, soldiers missing in Ferelden, I won't lose the ability to do this if I go and do something else, because I haven't unlocked the area yet, and so once I unlock the area and then I don't go do the quest, I think you can lose it. But that's, I think, I don't know, because I usually do try and do as many quests as possible in each location. There are some that I'm just like, alright, this sounds like too much of a pain in the ass, and I really don't want to do it because it doesn't take me in the direction I want to go, so I'm not going to do it. As you can see, I'm very skinny. I just realized that, because, I mean, yes, I know I'm an elf, and they're generally pretty skinny, but damn, I'm skinny. And then there's the awardy wardies. Right, so now we're gonna go back to this Vivienne over here. I don't really like Vivienne. I get her every time though, and I think it's just because she's really sassy. But yeah, I don't use her. I prefer a mage coming up that I don't have yet, but I will. Let's go see if I can chat with Cassandra. I don't think I can, because I haven't gone any further.
I trust Lord as well.
Yeah, I can't.
That's enough for now.
Another time.
I'm just glad that this isn't the I should go. Like the shepherd's like, I should go, or I don't dance at all in this game, I don't think, so I'm just glad I don't have the shepherd's shuffle either. Let me check one last thing, and then I'll be out to do the story mission. Nope, no horsies for sale. Occasionally, as you unlock new areas and do certain missions and stuff, there will be more horses and stuff to buy, and then they will be unlocked for you at the stables. But we're gonna go into the quest map. We're gonna go back to the hinterlands. And we're gonna, oh, I don't really have a, I guess that's the closest camp. I kinda got really lazy and I haven't done some of the stuff. I'm gonna take Cassandra, Iron Bull, and and Solus. We're gonna go out, and we're gonna go on an adventure. Fennec. The Dalish Elves. Spellbinder. I think there was something I was gonna mention. So last week I was playing GTA Heists with Dre, Cloud, and Angel, and we were playing, I think, Trevor's Heist, and we were on one of the last parts, and it was just like get in the trucks and drive, and you know, two people are driving like big trucks, and one person's driving like a truck with a turret on the back. And Angel and I were in the like turret truck duo, and Cloud and Dre were driving the trucks. And so we played this through a couple times, and a couple of them were like, oh, Cassandra has to level up. A couple of them were like, you know, I took a jump, like I was driving, or Angel was driving at first, and we took a jump, and we landed in such a way that kicked me out of the turret, and then like it triggered enemies, and so I tried to kill the enemy, but then like run up and go grab a card to like bunce the truck out of its like wedged spot, and then like we failed because that truck was destroyed. And it's like, all right, you know, you didn't even give me any time to fucking oh, did she have another? Oh, she didn't. To like try and do anything. I know there's nothing to report. I still haven't done the newest requisition. I'm pretty bad about the requisitions, actually. It's just I get so into the quests and stuff that I forget, like, oh, I need to go look for shit, so that and it does affect the Inquisition, and like, you do get power for completing these and like XP and stuff, but it does affect, like, I don't think it necessarily affects like how good or bad your soldiers are, but it does affect like how much damage they would do if you were in like a fight with a bunch of them, I think, because like you can give them better weapons and better stuff. So I'm just kind of wandering over this way. Oh, there be enemies. Or not. Sometimes also, another thing that kind of, bothers me sometimes is that sometimes, like, the animals, so like the rams and the little foxes that you'll see running around that are just like, you can kill them for their skin and stuff, but they won't attack you, they'll sometimes go red. And so you're, like, they're gonna attack you when they're really just interacting with something else in the world. And, so your party and your characters will react,
We should search the area.
negatively and go to attack them. When it's like, oh, we don't need to attack them, they're fine. Where'd that guy go? Oh. Alright, well, we both took care of it. Temple Korin, in light of the current hostilities, I believe our arrangement is no longer satisfactory. You are unable to reach me with payment, and I have no means of delivering the merchandise to you. I hope that when this unfortunate situation is resolved, we may once again do business. Confront Tanner in Redcliffe Village. I just love the music from Dragon Age. I love the music from most of BioWare stuff. They're very good at like matching the tone. Well, I got my fucking face back. Look at it, little kitty face smiling at you. I'm gonna go in here and I can open it. But there are some doors that you can only open with like an Inquisition perk, but you have to get like enough power to get an Inquisition perk. Like you have to fill up the bar and go to the next level, that sort of thing. Oh, there's stuff in here. Right. What am I looking for? A bottle. There's stuff like that also as well that you can collect. That are not necessarily like, I think you get an achievement for it and you get like big XP for it once you find them all. But I'm moving really quickly, but that's probably more because I sort of know what I'm doing in terms of right now. I'm gonna go this way. But yeah, we were playing the heist and we just kept doing it over and over again. We didn't play it for nearly as long as we played the Prison Break heist with all those different randoms and stuff. Which that was like 6 or 7 hours or something like that. It was like a whole day. And then this time we played it like for maybe an hour, and we all got so annoyed with it and each other. Not necessarily like to the point where we were voicing like, our upsetness. We were just annoyed with each other in the sense like some people will do stuff and you're like, really? Do you really have to do that? Mostly it was me. Like one time I drove. Oh. So now we gotta kill all the stuff that came out of the rift, which are these little tears that our very handy Inquisitor knows how to close. Oh, damn it. Yeah, Sandra just kicked ass. And it's just a little wave thing, and basically you can also destroy, like when you see those green strands. Oh, I'm stuck on a rock. When you see those green strands come out from the rift, you can attack them and you can destroy them, and that enemy will not appear. Sometimes it will appear though, but it'll just like, if you don't get there in time, like if you break it but you don't, God damn it, really? I don't even know what the hell just happened there. sometimes they'll just reappear somewhere else if you don't break it in time before all the other enemies spawn. Close the Fade Rift. The epic hero pose. As I'm smothered in blood with fucking Batman symbol on the back. Whoa, this is really cool. It's like the Rorschach test or Rorschach's test, whatever the fuck it's called. Rorschach test. Okay, and then you can click in and interact more with conversations that happen outside of cutscenes and stuff too. If you go here before you get the before you go to Orlais, you will not be able to get to Redcliffe because it's closed due to the Mage Templar War, and they can't accept any more refugees, like that sort of thing. And so you basically just turn around and go back, and it's not a huge deal, but so that's why it's like, oh, there was this big fight that happens, and you can come and save the day, and then go into Redcliffe. And here's a cutscene. That's what my guy looks like.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming, but you should know that no one here was expecting it. No one. Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona. If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations. Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexis has been tied now, but hasn't arrived. If he's expected shortly, you can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
So my eyes are like a light blue with a purpley pink in the middle, and because you could kind of design that. But that was kind of like a weird little. It was cool, but it was just kind of like a random thing that you could just like make your pupils that different, and I think they just wanted to be like, look, because you can play as like 4 races now, where you couldn't in Dragon Age 2. You know, like here's some more like license with customization and stuff. And last gen does not have like the ability to use scars like next gen does. So there are no scars on my character, even though I would have really liked to have had some, because some of them are really cool, and I want a Cassandra scar.
It was so real. And when I woke up, the sea was cold as ice.
Yeah, some of the designs for some of the like just kind of random characters that'll be around are pretty cool. And they'll change kind of depending on where you are. This guy's having a conversation with no one. He was like gesturing in the way that other people will have a conversation when they're standing in the middle of people. So there's all sorts of stuff going on. I'm kind of avoiding some of these side quests because I do just want to get to the story quest, and these side quests will still be here once I leave, but I want to show. I think I did this, but I want to show very special someone from Dragon Age Origins.
It's not your fault. It happens to anyone. It doesn't help. That's what people hate us. But just stop. You don't know what you're talking about. Are you Conan? You've heard the story, I guess. I can't believe King Alistair thought Redcliffe was the right place to send the natives. I mean, you grew up here. Didn't think they would just forget what I did to them. You're not in favor of the alliance with Divinity. Alliance? Is that what they're calling it? That magister threw my uncle out into the street. He signed us into servitude. defeated Redcliffe 10 years ago. That's me, the boy with Redcliffe's blood on his hands. Weren't you possessed? It wasn't you who did those things, wasn't it? I let the demon in. Sometimes I do. I remember what happened. I see the death and destruction, and it's me. It's all me.
As you've seen, as I've kind of picked some of the some responses, you will get disapproves and approves almost immediately in conversations. So you can kind of slightly disapproves is like, I guess, you know, like -5 or something, or -1 or whatever. If we're gonna go back to using Dragon Age Origins, where there was numbered denominations of what you're losing and gaining, like, and it was 50 either way. -50 was like you were in rivalry with that person, and +50 you were like in friendship or in love, depending on gender and if you pursued the romance or not. And so you can get greatly approves, approves, slightly approves, greatly disapproves, slightly disapproves, and disapproves. And so if there's no motion whatsoever, you will get none of that text popping up. But just telling you, because we haven't had any of that yet, and I wanted to let Connor finish.
Why isn't Arl even in power anymore? After the land move, he stayed in Denham. I couldn't be his heir, not after what happened. So eventually he passed the title to Uncle Tegan. How did you end up in the Mage Rebellion? I was living in the Ferelden Tower when the circle was dissolved. I voted against it, but I served a single life. No one was summoning demons. They just wanted to oversee themselves. But then the Magister came. It's wrong what they do with the Winter. We are monsters. We need to be controlled. If it wasn't for me, every family in this village would be missing a son, a daughter, a spouse. I need to be going. Put some sense into the grassroots outcome. Selling out the Imperium won't win us any trade. We have to find a way to make peace.
So this is Connor, and this is about, he's about 10 years old. As you can see, my companions are flipping out a little bit. But he was about 10 years old in Dragon Age Origins, and so it's been 10 years since then, I believe. He's probably younger than 10, but it's been 10 years, so he's a teenager or in his early 20s. So yeah, but I just wanted to show that because that's pretty cool cameo that will, you know, if defaults, I believe he's alive.
I had hope, as did we all.
The Templars went to war to force mages back into their churches, but the mages would never agree to it. What solution is the divine destiny of offering both sides rejected compromise?
The war was going nowhere for either side, but they went at all until they realized it.
Or they believed the other side would relent.
We shall never know.
But I believe the defaults he's alive, and in Dragon Age Origins, you basically could choose if he lived or died, and how he lived or died. I guess more like how he lived. He could live possessed, or he could live dead, or he could live without possession, but would still have the traumatic events and stuff. As he kind of, you know, hints at, like, you know, he's like, all I've done after all these years. And this is the Hero of Ferelden statue. And like I said, the Hero of Ferelden for this save through was Elf, the Dalish Elf, who romanced Liliana. So here we are. Oh, I should actually go do this side quest real quick, because I think it disappears. Because there's two kind of back-to-back,
I found a letter you sent a Templar named Colin.
I can't relate it. Road Templar.
You can recruit her now by using Varric. I think Varric recruits her. I'm not sure what Cassandra does because I've never brought her, so I guess we'll see. Where the fuck are you, Cassandra? Oh, there she is. So I just got another agent. And so sometimes, depending on the agent, there are some that will like kneel to you. There are some that will shake your hand. There are some that'll bow and kind of do, like cross their hand over their heart sort of thing. So it's kind of cool that that's all kind of different, and you can choose whether or not to get all the agents and stuff like that. But we're gonna, oh, I'm going the wrong way. And there's all these people. That was weird. I can't tell if... Oh, I can't get up there. I can't tell if that was my TV doing that, or if that was the game doing that a little bit. I think I can talk to this guy. No? I think I could only talk to him when I was a mage. So I remember being able to talk to him as my first playthrough, which was Mage Len, and it was like he was a mage in this that had been in the circle with me. So sometimes you'll have unique interactions like that if you go around and look hard enough. So probably after I finish these next couple parts, they don't take too long, we will continue on back, these next couple parts that will be the end of this Len Plays. I haven't talked too much about anything outside of the GTA heist thing. That was really annoying. We haven't even all been on back, like, that was like a week ago. We were all like, fuck it, we're not playing GTA 5. We're not doing a heist again for a while. Dre actually ended up going back and playing heist, but I think he was just doing it to, like, shoot things. The rest of us were kind of done with it.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. What has brought you to rescue?
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royale.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been desired by you before the conclave.
There is no mistake. While the Templars were leaving, you came to Val Royale and asked me here.
10,000, yes, Val Royale. Where did they get it? That sounds... I don't know. Whoever, or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The free mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Cerulean Fury.
This right here is why you can't trust me.
An alliance with the Templar. Do you not fear all of Saber's turning against you?
I understand that you are afraid, but you deserve better than slavery to India.
As one indentured to my I no longer have the authority.
An alliance with the Victor is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with your feet. This bargain with the Victor would not have been my first choice, but we have no choice.
That's a weird... Yeah, so that's some of the stuff that happens. Like weird loading errors and stuff, kind of buffering that happens with faces.
Welcome, my friend. I apologize for
That you can tell that, like, their mouth is supposed to be, like, separate. But it looks like their lips just kind of morph.
The 7 mages are under my command, and you are the survivor. the one from the Fae? Interesting. I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium. Certainly, what specifically do you wish to know? The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a magistrate. Our southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Cavinta, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
As their protector. Uh-huh.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Vienna. When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I rise from it.
It was certainly very kindly.
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his death. The Arl of Redcliffe left.
Our Keegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an accident.
As you can see, I lost the other ability to, there was another question there. And sometimes this will happen, where sometimes it, like, the game kind of just is like, fuck you, you don't get to just ask questions all day.
You're quite a long way from the winter, Alexis. Indeed I am, though I have heard you are no parameter. It seems we are both. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my man. My son Felix. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even respect. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed. Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small. There will have to be. Felix. My lord, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Are you all right? I'm fine, Father. Come, I'll get your pardons. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle. I don't mean to trouble everyone. I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Ba-da-ba-bum. So Felix bumps into you and slides that note to you.
The magic has come to do that. Why would he help you?
I don't know. But if it will load, there we go.
Be careful because we need to figure out what's going on.
Right, so
I just I'd like to see if there's not a proof of those without flashing. You may not wish to stay long. Many villagers have already left this place in Ireland. How long has the winter been? I'd like to arrive responsible 2 days after we retreated and all taken action. Before anyone without magic out of the castle, save those who require a servant. Even the Arl was sent away. What does the Magister have against you? He does not like to be reminded of what mages have become. He says all Trackville must leave Redcliffe, but he would disappear. You're one of the Trackville. Yes, a talent for magic was rather than risking becoming possessed, the circle removed my name from the stage. My magic
As you can see, previously Tranquil have had some sort of mark on their forehead. This guy does not. I don't know if that's just a buffering error or some sort of glitch on my end, but he does not have a mark.
We would be delighted to have you work with the Inquisition. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's power.
So I got another agent there. And so sometimes I think in most bars actually there is a musician, the same musician that you will see kind of traveling around, who will just play the same songs and will also play songs that you can unlock as well, or that you can kind of just stumble across. I think there's goodies in here somewhere. This is a long codex thing, so I'm not gonna read that. This one is as well. No! Bad thing about having a party, though, that kind of casually follows you, is they will just, like, block up the door, and so if you're just, like, in a room for, like, a second, and you try and turn and leave, they'll just stand there. That kind of sucks, but I'm out of here! You can always come back, so don't feel like, as soon as you leave this, that you can never come back. There's always, most places are not, like, completely forbidden to you. Like I said earlier, Redcliffe is unavailable to you early on when you're wandering around in the hinterlands, but like after you get to a certain point, it will become available for you to go into. Drop my phone for like the 5th time today. But usually places don't entirely close off to you unless like something happens and like the building explodes or something drastic happens. So yeah. Loading screens for the win. We're gonna run back on out to over here. Prologue Alpha. Be careful when exploring new regions, as enemies may be more difficult. That is so true. When you stumble upon a dragon nest, and then all of a sudden you have a level 20 dragon trying to murder you, very terrifying, and very difficult when you're not a high enough level. It is possible to do it when your level's like underneath the dragon, but it takes a long time, and you have to have the right people and the right equipment. By that I mean, they're like, you know, some dragons are fire dragons, and thus they are weak to frost damage and stuff like that. And so you can look it up online. I have a guidebook that helps me when I fight those. Maybe that'll be a future video. It'll probably be a video sort of like a rage quit, because oh, cutscene. My favorite mage.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me prove this, would you?
Dorian. See, and you can attack these, but you have to hit them at the right angle. Otherwise it doesn't matter, and you just kind of waste your time. Cassandra's defending her boyfriend. Ooh, dude. Close the Fade Rift! Do I still have my smiley face? I don't know. Boosh! Dorian has some of my favorite glitches.
How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and pull. Who are you? Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvis, most recently of Midland. How do you feel?
Another surrender. To be cautious with this one.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius would want my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine. Are you a magister? All right, let's do this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magic Team. I know Southerners use the term interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like half-wit.
He's like my favorite character in this game, other than Varric, and Iron Bull. Yeah, I mean, I like all the characters differently, but Dorian is just great.
I was expecting Felix to be here. I'm sure he's on his way. He wants to give you the note, then meet us here after Fisher's father. Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be paid. Something wrong with him. He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen most likely. You're betraying your mentor because Alexius was my mentor, meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. You must see him with his baby. That should be obvious even without him. After Alexius came in the allegiance of the mage rebels out from home. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redwood, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself. If there was a way to turn back time, the Danes would have used it long ago. That is fascinating, it's true, and almost certainly dangerous. The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redwood. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the war. You're asking me to take a lot on faith. I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys. He didn't do it for them. Took you long enough. Is it getting suspicious? No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over your bag. My father's joined a cult, the Vinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, it's going to get to you. Once you rearrange time and indenture the mage rebellion just to get to me, they're obsessed with each other, and I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the center of sacred ashes. You can close the rift, but maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat. It's the Venatori behind those rifts or the breach in the sky. They're even worse than I thought. Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him? For the same reason Dorian worked against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this, help, time magic, what he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him. It would also be nice if he didn't put a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky. All this for me. I didn't get Alexius in it. Send him a fruit basket. Everyone knows those. You know you're his father. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redwood. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I won't think about doing that. But whenever you're ready to deal with it, I want to be there. I'll be there. Oh, and Felix, Try not to get yourself killed. There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
So now, we've met Dorian. He's one of my favorite characters everyone might have mentioned before. He also has some fucking fantastically hysterical glitches that'll happen to him. And I don't know if it's been patched yet, because I really haven't played this game since some of the recent updates and patches and stuff. So I'm hoping that it hasn't been, because if I do a full Let's Play of this, hopefully I would get those on camera. I'm gonna loot this real quick. I don't think there's a whole lot in here. Loot this real quick, and then I'm gonna go back to Haven, or Haven. I say it wrong on purpose. And go hang out and see if I can talk to my boo. Even though she's not dating me yet, I'm still pretty sure she's mad at me. Not necessarily mad at me, but she's probably still kind of at that precious time where she's like, what the fuck are you, and why are you trying to hit on me? So, you know, like most people. But yeah, so, which reminds me, I was talking to somebody at work today, and they were like, talking about their fiance, and I was like, must be nice, you know, to have found somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And she's like probably around my age, maybe a couple years older. And she's like, yeah, I love him very much, you know, I miss him because he's in basic training. And so she goes, I miss him a lot, but, you know, I love him and I can't wait for him to come back and we're gonna get married, blah, blah. And I was like, you know, I don't think I'll ever find somebody that will, and, you know, she tried to, like, interrupt. No, what the fuck, Iron Bull?
Their willingness to betray raises the question of whether they will betray us.
But she tried to interject and was like, no, you'll find someone. And I was like, no, I probably won't. And because I'm not necessarily looking, that also makes part of, like, will I die if I go down here? I will! You leave the bounds of an area or enter somewhere lethal, you will be jumped back to a previous safe location. I'm almost dead. That was almost lethal. But yeah, and she was like, oh no, you'll find somebody, blah blah blah. Oh, I can talk to this guy now.
That's so hard to believe. Everyone blames us. The Templars left the Chancellor too. That's worse, isn't it? They took an oath. Yet everyone calls it the Maids' Rebellion. We are the ones they hate. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves? Sometimes to achieve the world of desire, one must take regrettable measures. I hope we can do something. Tying ourselves to the impact. That can't be the right way to end it. You seem young to be part of this. I'm Lisa. I came to find out when I was down in the hole. Templars came into the alien race and took to the surface. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my own. I've seen the chance. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life. How long was Master Alexis being? Two after? After the conclave to arrive. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templar, I said. Which doesn't seem like the case. I don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's position. I was there when we went to leave the circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind my back and sell us to the magistrates. Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on. I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a magistrate.
She was like, oh no, don't worry, you'll find somebody. And I was like, yeah, no, it probably won't happen. And so I figured I should share that with you. I don't know why. Something just made me think of it. I don't know what it was. Yeah, like, so I mentioned earlier that my brain would probably be pretty scattered since I'm tired and, long day at work, all that stuff. But yeah, so there's that. I don't know. I think this is where the castle is. The castle's this way. And you can't go there. I don't think. I hope they kind of unlock it, like they fix it or something. Because I would like to see that. We do have some DLC coming for us, Dragon Age Inquisition fans. Soon, I believe Xbox One and PS4 will get it first, and then 360 and such will get it later. But I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything since I first heard about it, so it might not happen for a while. Well, this is something too. What is this up here? Maybe this is the castle. I don't remember. What is this? Oh, the windmill. So this is where a lot of momentous stuff happens at the windmill in Dragon Age Origins. Like, it's kind of a big part. Like, a lot of stuff happens. And, like, it leads to a lot of stuff, I guess is the better saying. It's not necessarily a big part of Dragon Age Origins. Like, the entire game doesn't take place in the fucking windmill. But I think you guys, if those of you that have played it, will know kind of what I mean. It's an important part of Redcliffe history. But I'm going to go to Haven now. I'm not going to walk all the way back. Because I technically can't. And I will go to the war room. My voice is cracking all over the place. I actually might try and talk to Cassandra first before and see. Maybe we can end on me attempting to hit on somebody. And as you can tell from my lack of anything, I did not receive any asks during this recording, and I didn't really expect to, from the standpoint that, like, I posted, like, almost just before I started recording, and it is, like, it was, like, 6-something, 7-something on a Saturday, and so some people who have lives would have gone out and done something. And so, obviously, they would not have seen this. Sandra, my love, let us talk. Let us make merry. Damn it!
That's enough for now.
Another time.
But yeah, there are some stuff that's like, earlier when we were talking to Connor, I said like, I should go, or I should be going now, whatever, and it was very abrupt, and I kind of wish there was an easier way, that had been done, as if like, well, I guess I'll leave you to it, or something that's not like, I should be going now, very much like I should go from all of Mass Effects. And I think I've gotten this in this playthrough, but there's some goodies back here that I don't know if everyone knows about. But and then there's also elf fruit as well that will constantly respawn, I believe, either every time you come back to Haven or every time you like leave and come back into the like war room. Like, don't go into Josephine's room where you start flirting with her and then you ruin your whole thing with Cassandra. Do I have anybody? No, I do not. Everybody's working still. Working hard or hardly working.
Yes. Haven has limited space for our soldiers to train. Perhaps we could set up something over here.
Cullen's just zoning in the middle of like important war room discussions. That seems like very logical. I love some of this stuff. But this is the big decision point. You can either do Champions of the Just and join, and fight for the Templars, or you can do in Hushed Whispers, which is fighting for the, mages. But we'll listen to both cutscenes.
The Templars must help us close the breach. The Order was founded to fight magic.
We must first convince the Lord Seeker to bring the Templars out of exile.
We've received word from the Knights Recruit. They gather at Darrenfall with us.
It has been vacant for decades. Why go there? We must approach the Lord Seeker again to get anywhere. We can ask him then.
The Lord Seeker made it clear he isn't interested in anyone unimportant.
So we must change how we see them. No? If it established the Lord Seeker's seat, the Inquisition would approach him after allying with the noblest houses in Europa. Then come with us to Darrenfall and demand the Templar's help close the breach.
You believe that will work?
Even the Lord Seeker would find it difficult to ignore so many nobles on his doorstep. Yes, especially when led by the herald of Andraste.
If it stops the sky from ripping open, I'm listening.
Rumors you were saved from the fate by Andraste have grown legion among the Templars. We've done our part to encourage them. A herald with a few companions may be dismissed, easily set aside. That same herald returning with nobles to court may be reconsidered, as will the power of the Inquisition.
If I have a growing reputation, we may as well use it.
If it moves the Templars to question the Lord Seeker's orders, we may rethink this time.
With respect, after his appearance in Valroyo, hang what the Lord Seeker thinks.
We do not need the Lord Seeker. We need his Templars, with or without his approval. The group will not wait for a different seconds. Good news. Several noble of Legion houses to petition the Templars has thus stopped the breach. Lord Dabernash approached, signed nothing in the offers, but his government right. I hope he knows the Lord Seeker's mood. The Templars will never help without his consent.
Right, so what's kind of cool is you can, when there's multiple little green fade quest castle things, however you, rooks, I guess, you can, like I just did, you can accept them without accepting them just to see the cutscenes. And I do that quite often, even though I've seen this game a bajillion
We
times.
don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Red Tape is in the hands of a magistrate. This cannot be allowed to stand. The letter from Alexius asks for the herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
We can't waste time fighting among ourselves. We have to come to an agreement.
It presents a magistrate and told Red invites us to the castle to talk, and some of us want to do nothing. Not speak again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you can read it, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And to this writing selection, we need the mages, and use a hostile foreign power on our doorstep. Even if we could approach the peace, it would be for naught. And unleashing the Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied. The magistrate
Hands outplayed us. The Magistrate's son, Felix, told me Alexius is in a cult that's obsessed with me. I doubt they'll graciously receive our apologies and go about their business.
They will remain a threat, and a powerful one unless we act. We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Other than the main gate, there's got to be another way into the castle. A sewer, a watercourse, something. There's nothing I know of that would work.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for families.
Dragon Age Origins.
Ours are too, but we could sell agents too.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magistrate.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants to value.
While they're focused on the valley, we break the Magister's defenses. It could work, but it's a huge risk. Fortunately, we'll have help.
See, Dorian's mustache glitches up his face. It's a fucking fabulous glitch.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along. The plan puts you in the most danger. You can't in good conscience order you to do this. You can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
I'm gonna choose the mages. Frankly, I've chosen the Templars as well as I have the mages, and I just like the mage quest better. But I've always been partial to mages in the sense that, I don't know, I just kind of sympathize with them. Words. But basically, I get their feels about, like, we should be free. We should be allowed the option to be free or to go into the circle. If we want to go into the circle, we go into the circle. We don't get forced into it because we get magic. So, the end of this video will be me. So Dorian's mandatory. So I'm going to take Cassandra and the Iron Bull. I can't remember if this starts us in a cutscene or not. I think it does.
Announcer. The invitation was for Master Llewellyn only. The rest of you must wait here. If my friends aren't enter, then I won't go in either.
I'm tall for an elf. Frankly, you're tall for a lot of the races. You're slightly taller than, like, normal, average, like, other elves would be. You know, as you might be able to tell here, I'm taller than Fiona is.
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived. My friend, it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all.
We mages who have no voice in deciding our fate.
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their power. If the Grand Enchanter wants to be part of these courts, then I welcome her as a guest of the Inquisition. Thank you. The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer to each?
So, as you can see, there are way different ways that I can go with this.
Actually, I hope you could tell me about these Venator today. Now, where could you have heard that name? I told him. Felix, what have you done? We sure to disarm your trap before we can leave. I hope you don't mind. I've yet to see your cleverness, I'm afraid. You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, and if you don't even understand, I think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake. If I'm a mistake, what exactly was the brief supposed to accomplish? It was to be a triumphant moment for the Elder One, for this world. Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like? You sound exactly like the sort of villainous cliche everyone expects it to be. Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ash. Blah, blah, my cult is better than yours. I've heard it 1,000 times. Well, you know, it's a chance for the Imperium to really one-up that whole starting the flank thing. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the northern ocean to the frozen sea.
You can't involve my people in this.
This is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this? Stop it, Father. Give up the Venezuela. Let the southern mages find the breach, and let's go home. No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save you. Save me. There is a way. The Elder One promised. If I undo the mistake at the temple, I'm going to die. You need to accept that. Cease them, Venezuela. The Elder One demands this man's life.
Nailed it. Inquisition to save the day.
No man up there can let you. You are a mistake. You should never have a mistake. No!
Boosh. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. And that's, my friends, and that, my friends, is how Doctor Who began. Loading screen.
The last of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Kill them. They're different. Stop running away from me. It is not nice. You do not run away from somebody who challenges you and is kicking your ass. Stabby, stabby. Alright, so I'm gonna... Whoa.
It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us north. The closest confluence of arcane energy. The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall. Let's see. If we're still in the castle, listen. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moves us through time. If we undo this and go back, now, I'm not certain it will be a matter of snapping our fingers, but yes, I'm glad to do. Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can. There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift? I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. It's some sense anyway. What was Alexius trying to do? I believe his original plan was to remove people's time completely. If that happened, he would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's temple. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I counted it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Except it seems so insane. I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the grave. Don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect you. Lexius mentioned an elder one in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about? The leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magic there aspiring to godly. It's the same old tune. Let's take it magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the bat at the time of the process. Then let's go. I'm right behind you.
Alright, so now I'm gonna loot, and then we're gonna end this video. So what did you guys think? Did you guys like the happy face that is stuck with us through thick and thin, except that one time where it got erased because I went into the inventory? Did you guys like my Dragon Age Inquisition Len plays? It wasn't so much scary as it was just quest and story. And I was happy for that because, you know, now I'll sleep. But yeah, this has been the Inquisitor and Happy Kitty Face. And this has also been Len. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is probably a long video, and I'm sorry for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll cut it down a little bit. And you guys know where to find me on Tumblr. I'm GamerLen Misadventures. Lowercase. GamerLen is one word, hyphen Misadventures. On Tumblr, at DaBatLen, @ DAH_BAT_BAT_LEN. I'm on AIM as Podcast Len, 2 words. I think that's all the places you can find me. You can find me on Mixcloud as Podcast Len, 1 word. You can find me on SoundCloud as Len. I'll make sure to put out another PSA, letting you guys know that this is the Len play. The next Len plays is out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Say goodbye, Gahan. Stabby, stabby, stabby. I don't know how I would make him say goodbye. I can't call my mount. I would whistle at you. Alright, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.